read. First one is from my mother to my father. Even though we never met, we went to the same high school. I never met him until the summer that he graduated in 1953. Married in 1954. Though he never did ask me to marry him, we talked about it. Then one day he finally asked my dad. We married on October 23rd, 1954. In April, we found out that Walt had tuberculosis and was hospitalized, and he remained in the hospital for a year and a half. While he was there, his first child was born. He was a loving husband and a good father. Walt's second love was the soldiers. It is his wish and mine that you continue sending packages to the soldiers. As for my 3 children, they have helped tremendously by coming here and being with me at this time. Walt knew that they would be here for me if anything happened to me. Special thanks to Greg and Karen for helping out and stepping up to do what needed to be done. I'm proud of him, as I know his father was of it, and would be happy now. Happy birthday, Walt. The second one is from his oldest child, Terry. If the Creator had given me a choice in choosing any man in the world to be my father, I wouldn't have chosen better. I'm so blessed to have had such a wonderful father to guide me through my life. He was a kind, loving father and a real inspiration. Whenever I went to him with a problem or a question, he was honest, and regardless of my decision, he was always supportive. Not only was he supportive, but he allowed me the freedom to be me. Dad was a family man, and his way of spending quality time with his children was camping. My childhood was filled with wonderful adventures from Maine to Florida. I will never forget seeing the panther in the Everglades, swimming at Marco Beach, climbing the rocks in Letchworth Park, New York. One of Dad's passions was archaeology, especially paleo. As a teenager, I took an interest as well, and when they finally offered a class at the college for Boy Scouts, I wanted so badly to take the class that Dad got me signed up as a Boy Scout so that I could go. We used to joke about it, and I offered one if I was the first female Boy Scout. Later, as an adult, I traveled to Greece with Dad and Mom in 1985 when he was working on an archaeology dig in the Nemean. Dad and I worked together on several projects, including a dig at our farm in Maryland. My memories of my father are numerous and priceless. If I could have any wish in the world, I would wish that every child had a father like my dad. Love you, Dad. You will always be with me in my heart and in everything I do. My sister Terry and I would also like to extend our gratitude to our brother Greg and to Karen. As our parents' health began to decline, it became extremely difficult having our parents live in Florida when we lived in Maryland. In December of 2012, Greg took on the responsibility and moved to Florida. He and Karen have done a wonderful job in looking out for our parents and seeing to their care. Through this year, they have given us peace of mind, knowing that they were there looking after them, taking them shopping, to doctor's appointments, cooking, cleaning, yard work, and whatever other assistance they required. Greg loves his children. They mean the world to him. We're proud that he stepped up and made the sacrifice to move here and our parents' caretakers. We love you, brother, and with all our hearts.
Thank you.
You too, Karen. We couldn't do it without the two of you. Special thanks to Beth also. Your love and support is priceless. And finally, my thoughts. There are many things I could say about my father that would be positive. He was a good father, caring, kind, considerate, loving, and, as you all know, persistent. He was the one man in my life that I've always respected, from my earliest memories right to the end of his life. They say the measure of any man is whether the world was a little better for his having been born. I think in that respect, he achieved a measure of greatness. There was nothing monumental that can be listed, yet so many little ways he touched the lives of others and enriched their existence. Loved by many, he will be sorely missed. I would also like to add my voice in asking that if at all possible, the program for sending packages to soldiers be continued. That program was a significant priority for him and a very worthwhile one. Happy birthday, Dad. I know you're celebrating a life well lived.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. Dad appreciates it. Where to start with Dad? Well, most of you know him as grumpy. Well deserved sometimes. Outside the skin, he's just grumpy old fart sometimes. But beneath that skin, he's a man that would help anyone out that he felt deserving of help. He didn't even have to like him. I know that for a fact because sometimes he helped me out. Sometimes he didn't like it. But, you know, here he is, and here we are. And I just want to say happy birthday, Dad, and also put a shout out to thank you guys for recognizing us being down here in town tonight. But, you know, it really doesn't need to be said because we're here, we're family, and that's what we're here for. And we will continue doing that. And again, thank you, everybody.
Anybody else?